Welcome to this guided meditation, a safe and comfortable space where you can ease fear and find peace. In this session, we'll gently work together to release any tension, worry, or anxiety, allowing you to reconnect with your inner strength and calm. Begin by finding a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And now exhale slowly, letting go of any tension in your body. Fear is a natural part of being human, but it doesn't have to control you. With each breath, you'll soften its grip and replace it with a sense of calm, clarity, and empowerment. In this meditation, we invite safety and ease into your heart and mind, creating a space of deep relaxation and trust. You are safe here. There is nothing you need to do but breathe, listen, and allow yourself to let go. Trust that you are supported and that everything you need to feel peaceful is already within you. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel the fear beginning to melt away, replaced by a soothing sense of peace. Let's begin. Let's get in a comfortable position. Allow yourself to get relaxed. I would not recommend to be driving any vehicle or operating any machinery at this time. Now, once you get into your comfortable position, take a nice deep breath and let it out slowly. Take another deep breath and allow it out slowly. Now take another deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Let it out slowly. You can close your eyes now and breathe deeply and slowly. Before you let go completely and go into a deep hypnotic state, just let yourself listen carefully to everything I say to you. It's going to happen automatically, so you don't need to think about that now, and you will need no conscious control over what happens. The muscles in around your eyes will relax all by themselves as you continue to breathe easily and freely. Without thinking about it, you will soon enter a deep, peaceful, relaxed sort of situation without any effort. There is nothing important for your conscious mind to do. Absolutely nothing whatsoever to do except to relax. There is nothing really important except the activities of your subconscious mind, And that can be just as automatic as dreaming. And you know how easily you can forget your dreams when you are awake. You are already drifting into a relaxed state of hypnosis. Without noticing, you have already altered your rate of breathing. You are breathing much more easily and freely. And yet, you had no thought about your breathing except at the very beginning. And now you can really enjoy more and more of your subconscious mind and will listen to each word I say. And it becomes less important to you to concisely listen to my voice. Your subconscious mind can hear if I whisper. You are continuing to drift into a more detached state as you examine privately in your own mind secrets, feelings, sensations, behavior you did not know you even had. At the same time, letting go completely. Your own mind is solving that problem. At your own pace, just as rapidly as it feels you are ready, you continue being more relaxed and more comfortable. As you sit here with your eyes closed, relaxing as you experience that deepening comfort. You don't have to move or talk or let anything at all bother you. Your own inner mind can respond automatically to everything I tell you, and you will be pleasantly surprised with your continuous progress. You are getting much closer to a deeper hypnotic trance, and you are beginning to realize that you don't care whether or not you are going into a deep trance. Being in this peaceful state enables you to experience the comfort of this hypnotic trance. Being hypnotized is always a very enjoyable, very pleasant, calm, peaceful, completely relaxing experience. It seems natural to include this hypnosis in your future. It feels natural to have me hypnotize you. You will always enjoy the sensations of comfort, of calmness, and all the other sensations that come automatically from this wonderful experience. You will find yourself really happy that you now have discovered this hypnosis. Discovering hypnosis and all of the positive benefits that it can now mean to you because you are learning something now about yourself. You are now developing your own techniques of healing. Without knowing you are developing them, you can have it as a surprise sooner or later. A very pleasant surprise. Imagine yourself in a place you like very much, by a lake or by the ocean. Perhaps you are floating gently on a sailboat on a peaceful lake, floating on a warm, sunny day. You are continuing to relax even more now, and you continue being more comfortable. This is your own world that you like very much. You are going to find that any time you want to spend a few minutes by yourself, relaxing, feeling more comfortable, feeling serene, you can automatically go back to this feeling you are experiencing right now. You can put yourself in this world anytime you like. There are times when you will want to feel this serene feeling, and it is your feeling whenever you want it. Continue enjoying this pleasant experience as your subconscious mind is receiving everything. I am telling you, and you will be pleased of the way you automatically respond to everything I am saying. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine certain things. But it doesn't matter if you find you cannot imagine all of the things I am asking you to imagine. You may even find your mind wandering around quite a bit, so that my voice just fades into the background. But that doesn't matter either. The sound of my voice is going to continue to relax you, and it is really not any matter if you do not hear a word I say. Because very soon now, you are going to be more relaxed than you have ever known. Imagine yourself standing on the very top of a very green hill on a tropical island. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your head, on your shoulders, and can see the long grass and palm trees moving slightly in the greatest calmness of breeze. When you look down the hill, you can see a narrow, winding path that disappears into this small forest. And beyond the forest, you can see the ocean, the sunlight, and from the clearest of the blue sky, glancing off the tops of the waves in this bay, so that the whole ocean seems to shimmer and sparkle in the light. You begin to move lazily and easily down the path, with the ferns and the grasses pushing gently against your legs. And as you pass, you just catch the faintest smell of the salt in the breeze. You become aware of a distant sound of the ocean on the shore. Maybe you hear the seagulls calling faintly from a long, far-away distance. You marvel at the deep sense of calmness and tranquility that sweeps over you now as you move on down and down towards the forest. moving so easily, so effortlessly. You feel almost as though you're floating on air, and in no time at all, you find yourself drifting through the trees, their leaves closing overhead to form a canopy, their branches making an irregular pattern against the clear blue of the sky. It's pleasantly cooling in the forest, and the gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly, and the scent of the trees and undergrowth relaxes you still further as you move easily into the inviting depths, becoming lazier and lazier with each step you take. You can hear a stream somewhere, its gurgling sound gradually mingling with the sound of the ocean as you follow the winding path down and down and down towards the beach that you know is right in front of you. Weaving through the trees and brushes aside the occasional piece of breath until quite suddenly, now you feel the warmth of the sun on your head and shoulders. And now you find yourself on this beautiful deserted beach, a beautiful golden shoreline sweeping away in a gentle curve just in front of you, to a distant point where the trees seem to come right down to the shoreline so that their branches actually seem to overhang the ocean itself. You can feel the sand warm between your toes as you stroll lazily across the beach to the water's edge. The sand becomes a dark golden color, and when you get there, you enjoy the change to the moist, firm coolness beneath your feet as you wander along the shore, leaving a lazy trail of footprints in the sand behind you. Every so often, that usual wave sends rivets of water foaming around your feet. The coolness of the water touching your toes, and as they recede, you notice how the sand is washing away from the tiny colored pebbles. Like jewels in the sun, the smell of the ocean, the sunlight on the waves, the sound of the water hissing over the sand, all of these things seem to create a sense of timelessness for some unknown reason. And you find yourself in a comfortable position, a grassy, comfortable place to sit and gaze out across the rolling depths of the horizon. Trickling warm, gentle sand through your fingers. There is a faint haze which makes it difficult for you to see exactly where the sky stops and the ocean starts. And as you try to fathom it out, you see a small white cloud appear from somewhere near the horizon. It comes towards the island quickly, growing larger as it approaches, and now it is immediately overhead. This large, fluffiest, whitest cloud you can ever remember in your being. And as you somehow know by instinct that you can now let out all of your worries, all of your cares, all of your fears, just drift upwards towards this large white cloud. You can actually see all of these drifting away from you in a long, slow spiral, just like the smoke from a bonfire, just spiraling away from you towards this large white cloud. The cloud absorbs all of your worries, all of your fears, and all of your anxieties. It swallows up these fears and anxieties and becomes steadily darker until it reaches its darkest point. And just as the largest part of that spiral of your worries and cares disappears inside of it, the sun bursts out, dispelling every one of your worries, every one of your fears and anxieties to the edges of the universe, leaving you totally relaxed and perfectly at ease with yourself. You have not a single care in the world, and now all of your troubles and cares have floated away from you. You settle yourself down into a comfortable position and just drift off into a deep, relaxing sleep. And while you sleep, you have a dream. You dream you are walking down a long corridor, stretching away in front of you in a long, gentle curve, so long that you can't actually see the end of it. But you know that this corridor is the very depth of your subconscious mind, and in the part of your mind that knows just what to do and just how to do it. And as you begin to move along this beautiful corridor, becoming even more relaxed, even more lazy, you realize that time and space are beginning to lose their meaning, and slowly the walls of the corridor seem to dissolve, leaving you in a very large room. This room is full of gentle golden light, and this light relaxes you still further, and you suddenly realize, with a surge of inspiration and pleasure, that you once saw all your limits and are now merely stepping stones to a greater success. It suddenly dawns on you with a surge of joy and anticipation that what once seemed to you to be the limits of your personality, of your skills and abilities, are nothing more than stepping stones to even greater success. One wall of this room is like a huge television screen with words and images flashing across it so fast that you cannot see. And you realize that this information being transmitted to different parts of your mind and body, and you use your mind and will to stop it. As you do so, the screen clears and the word ready appears in large flashing letters. And now your mind is prepared and receptive to everything I am about to say to you. and everything I say will be accepted and acted upon by your subconscious mind. It will have a steady increasing effect upon the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you behave over the coming days, even the coming hours, the following weeks, the following months, the following years. And now, while you are just relaxing and listening to the sound of my voice, I want you to recognize something that is of enormous importance. It's a simple idea, but very important that you recognize that when something has been done and completed, it can never be undone. Sometimes damage can be repaired and sometimes it cannot. But in either case, the original event remains done and can never be undone. So if there are things in your past that you wish you had not done, there is only one thing to do, and that is to accept that you did those things and that you would not be doing them now. And I know that it is the case, because if you would do them now again, then there is no reason for you to wish that you had not done them in the past, so that you can accept that you learned something useful from doing those things. And for every normal person doing these things that we wish we had never done, it's a normal part of life. Doing things that we wish we had never done and would not do again is a normal part of life. Accepting that we did not do those things does not make it worse. It just allows us to behave in a more comfortable way now. It does not mean that you do not care, just that you recognize that you can become a better person by accepting the lesson that you have been taught by yourself and that you still care about those things now. And during this special relaxation that you can be experiencing right at this moment, your body's self-healing process can work more efficiently and more faster than any time before, faster even than during sleep. This process works more powerfully, re-energizing your entire body and energetic system, and allowing you to enjoy a sense of real inner comfort and calm. This sense of inner comfort becomes an inner strength, so it allows you to be fitter and healthier in every way. During this special relaxation, your whole body system works more slowly, more easily than at any other time, allowing your body's natural rejuvenating process to work more effectively than ever. Every fiber, every tiny cell being checked, repaired, updated, rebooted, and replaced wherever necessary in each and every organ in your body, so you can now start to feel good about yourself and wholly within yourself. Developing an inner strength of inner calm that becomes deeper and more profound with each and every passing moment. And within their channels in this body, your nerves are just resting and relaxing too. Resting, relaxing, becoming stronger and steadier, just as if each fiber, each cell was being repaired, renewed, replaced, unblocked wherever necessary. And because of this, as each moment goes by, you find yourself becoming steadily more and more confident within yourself, so that all the things that used to upset you are going to now just calm and relax you, realizing that this means that today you will have become even more confident, even more comfortable, so comfortable inside yourself that you are finding yourself totally at ease with the idea of meeting people, just actually looking forward with excitement to being able to be fearless, to feel free, to feel safe, to say what's on your mind, and to love unconditionally, to feel empowered, to feel safe with anybody, and to feel secure through everything that you have, and that more is coming to you now. It may be a matter of some surprise to you that when you awake after this session, you can feel what you thought was nervousness, but when you smile to yourself, as you suddenly recognize it is something quite different. It is now excitement. It is excitement over the fact that today you are going to be now fearless. Fearless in anything that is now love to you. You are opening yourself up to love, only love. Love in everything you do. You make your way through this day, and you are gratitude and experience and love, and you are so impressed of how well you feel, how comfortable and how confident you are, and how powered you may feel, how much you actually are looking forward to this day. And in fact, once you arrived at this moment, you now see that you could not hardly wait to be right here this moment, so that you can now break free through this fear and now begin to explore your purpose, your life mission and journey, and to be the person you have been born to be. Through all of this, you now have a sense of calmness as you watch other people meeting their loved ones and their partners, and they're hurrying to their companions along their journey of life. These people are chattering excitingly and all at once and all together now. You are looking so calm, so much at ease, as if your person is now showing up, and now you have never had any anxiety. It's just as if that person never left your life, and that it seems to you to be perfectly natural and comfortable to be waiting for this person to now walk right into your life. And now you have this eagerness to just move forward into this place. This experience, which seems so effortless and so easy, that you are now surprising yourself at how fearless you are, and that fear itself just seems like it was never a part of you now. And when you feel something that you may be fearing, it is now a combination of eagerness and anticipation. It's creating a big smile on your face, A smile that you can feel deep inside as you recognize that you are now on your way to your divine complement, your special person, your soulmate. I wonder if you can see that right now in your mind's eye, you looking absolutely 100% delighted. It's written all over your face. It's clear for anyone to see that you are having the time of your life, and that this makes others around you smile as they observe your pleasure, and you are even smiling more. And this feels so good. This feels so good for you now. You are happy. You are fulfilled. You know that your whole life has led you up to this moment, and that people find themselves struggling with something they don't like about themselves. And yet, you know that we all have those things too. And for some people, it may be some other belief system. But for you, you are ready to open the door that is appearing before you, for you to reach for the key in your pocket and to place it inside this keyhole. As you turn the key, the lock to that door unlocks, and you open up that door, and everything that one person wishes she or he did not have, and while somebody else wishes for that very thing with all of their heart, from this day forward, all that is going to seem more and more obvious to you. It's going to seem more and more apparent to those things that you are much a part of, you, and that they are totally automatic, are actually what makes you, you, and that you are so pleased that these things are so automatic, part of you are there now too. You are going to become steadily more aware that these things that you may sometimes wish you had may not really suit you. It would be like wearing clothes that were made for somebody else. Maybe they were always wrong for you. And that those things which do not have are so totally natural that they fit perfectly like a glove, and they are worthwhile, an important part of you, and are part of what those people who like you, this is what they like about you, part of what endures you to your friends, and part of the way that people identify you. And so from this moment forward, as you walk through this door, it is going to become steadily more and more obvious to you that every part of you is depending on every other part of only you. It is going to become steadily more apparent that if you want it to be anyone else or change anything else about yourself, that was a natural part of your way of being, and it would change all the other parts of you in some way, so that some of the people who like you now may have liked you less if you were any different, and that some of the things that you valued about yourself now could change so that would be less pleased with who you have become. So every day now, you will begin to recognize more and more the great truth that you are you. And because it works with the way you live your life, it is and have become. Your life is falling perfectly into place. And the way that you have learned to cope with life and the little problems that life sometimes bring. And you cannot know how you would cope with these problems if you were any different. Because you cannot know how you would be if you were not as you are. So you are going to find as each day goes by, each moment passes through, and as you become steadily more and more comfortable with who you are, becoming steadily more and more comfortable with just being you, and all that you being means, and every day now, you will begin to recognize more and more and more the great truth that you are you. And because it works with the way that your life is and has been, and the way that you have learned to cope with life and the little problems that life sometimes bring, you cannot know how you would cope with these problems if you were any other person. Because you cannot know how you would be if you were not as you are, and learn all the lessons and experience that you have. So you are going to find as each moment goes by that you become steadily more and more comfortable with who you are. You will become steadily more and more comfortable with how empowered you are, how much you love yourself, how secure and strong you feel, how honest you are with yourself, and how much you love yourself unconditionally, and how all of that being you means. And every day now, you begin to recognize more and more the great truth that you are you, and you because it works with the way that your life is and has been, and the way that you have learned to cope with life and the little problems that life sometimes brings. And you cannot know how you would cope with these problems if you were a different person, because you cannot know how you would be if you were not who you are. And anything that has caused you fear is now eased. So you are going to find as each day, each week, each moment passes by, that you suddenly become steadily more and more and more comfortable with yourself. You become steadily more and steadily more and steadily more comfortable with just being you. And all that being you means you feel grounded, you feel supported, you feel secure, you feel stable, you feel loved, you feel community, and that others love you as much as you love them. That you feel empowered, and that you enjoy giving power to others, and that you love unconditionally, and that you love yourself unconditionally, and that you can speak your truth, and that others are comfortable hearing your truth, and that you can see that everything you lived has brought you to now, and that as you connect to the light inside of you, you now connect to the source of light, to God, or source of love, and that is all a part of you. Allow your healing to be complete, and recognize that you are now loved. And if you feel any fear, replace it now with love. Replace the wholeness of love. Allow love to consume you. Allow love to be you. And I want you to think for just a moment how wonderful that's going to be. How wonderful that will feel. And now it's time for me to bring the session to an end. And when I count to 5, you will be wide awake. You will be feeling good. And you will be feeling so much love. 1, you're beginning to come back now. 2, you start to feel the energy start flowing through your body. 3, now moving your fingers and your toes. You can feel your toes and fingers wiggling more and more awake. Feel the energy running through your body more and more now. 4, you breathe in a wakeful energy. That's right. Just breathe in this wakeful energy, this empowering, intoxicating energy. 5, clearing your head, clearing all of your chakras, clearing all of your mind and body and energy systems, and your mental, physical, emotional states are all balancing your energies and your bodies. You're feeling wonderful in every which way. 5, open your eyes. Fully come back. Fully be awake. You're so wide awake. That's right. Wide awake now. You're so wide awake. Now, everybody, thank you for joining me for another session with Hypnosis with Get Your Soulmate and Dump the Rest. I hope you like this meditation, and if you haven't done so, subscribe and keep your notifications on so you can hear the next one. Enjoy and good night.